Shite. There's a reason why Brighton beat Tottenham. Because they were the better team. And the referee was shite, but they were the better side. I think there's a reason why they've brought in Ruta, because some of them players they bought, if they had O'Reilly, they would have been a lot better. But we were shite.
It was, yeah. I mean, Isak, great chance to score. Keeper saved it. I don't know which chance annoys me the most. I think the one that annoys me the most is the Anthony Gordon one.
The one that annoyed me was just before they scored with Isak.
Yep.
If he had took that, then we would have won the game, draw the game 1-1.
Murphy giving the ball away for their goal. Why are we still playing Murphy?
Shite. I need to look at back because I'd only seen the chance from Welbeck, and if Murphy's done that, I mean, he should have just kept Barnes on.
Why did we drop Barnes to the bench? I didn't get it at all. What I also didn't get is why Bruno was taken off.
You can't be doing that next Sunday. Otherwise, we are in this going to be even worse than the day. If we'd done stuff like that, we would have been in shit.
Is Eddie Howe back under pressure?
Yes, because of who we've got in the next couple of games.
If we lose if we lose against Chelsea twice, I don't know. I dread to think what can happen.
I think if we get beat off them in the Carabao Cup, I think it'll be gone. Because that's a chance of us getting the trophy. I know Chelsea have done well this season, but I think if we get beat off them twice, I think if we get beat off Arsenal as well, I think it'll be gone.
Why can't we score goals at the moment?
Is there something not right behind the scenes? Someone's got to be come up and said. But I'm just going to say it, Dan Burn was our best player today. Dan Burn was our best.
He tried, he got outdone a couple of times. It was most disappointing for you today.
Murphy.
He's giving that ball away for the goal, isn't he?
Sloppy at times, and I think the main reason as well, I think we've missed Trippier as well. We're going to miss Trippier.
It's all one. I mean, there's no way we beat Chelsea if we kind of take our chances.
If we play like what we did today, we're going to get absolutely battered.
Yeah, anyway, our match review and player ratings will be interesting as well. Thank you all. Shawty, Newcastle United 0, Brighton 1. I hate to say this, we cannot score goals, mate.
We've been poor for a long time. I just think today we've been exposed by, I would say on paper, a decent Brighton side, but they, put on what was a good away performance. We've had it in the past where, we've gone to the likes of Southampton and we've, managed to scrape a 1-0 win or whatever, not played very well. And today we just didn't turn up, from minute one right to the very end, and there was just no real energy about the team. It was just, final third just wasn't coming off, players not getting into the box, just doing the basic things. And I say credit to Brighton. I'm not going to stand here and say they didn't deserve it. They deserved to win 1-0. They've kept a clean sheet. At the beginning of play they were 6th in the league, and the table doesn't lie. And for us, we're only, I believe, 8th in the league because we've managed to get results at the beginning of the season where we probably didn't deserve it, and now we're getting exposed for what we really are, because if we didn't get those results, we would be at least mid-table.
Absolutely. I mean, which chance annoys you the most that we didn't take? And I think I'm really annoyed with the Gordon one, because it's like he's right through one-on-one and he just handed it to them.
Yeah, it was a poor one. I think he's got to put a bit more, power on it. You've got to put your laces through it, unfortunately. Left or right, he scores. But for me, it's a lesson in this league. You've got to be clinical. And I'll go back to the 31st minute where the corner comes in. Dan Burn, for me, that's a goal. He's got to score that. He's better than that. He knows it. It's a clear header. He puts it wide. Somehow everyone's celebrating, thinking we'd scored. And then 2 minutes later, Isak gets the ball. And listen, he's one-on-one. If that's Isak at the beginning when we signed him, he scores that. He puts that in the back of the net. You chip the keeper left, right, whatever. He puts it straight at him, and it's like, is this where we're at now? Because it's like Isak is better than that. He knows that, and the question is he fully match fit? In my opinion, he's not. And if he was fit, again, he puts that in the back of the net. We should really be 2-0 up. But Brighton, they took up the pressure. They didn't offer anything in the first half. But, listen, they've come a long way. And yes, you can use that as an excuse that they probably should have played out a bit more. But it doesn't matter. They've come up here. say in that first half, they've we should have been 2-0 up, as said, and then they've gone up and made it 1-0. They were clinical. They put the ball in the back of the net, shocking defending, and like I say, the second half wasn't much better.
Well, wasn't Murphy giving the ball away? Why are we still playing him?
Well, you say just Murphy. There was a lot of the players today.
Well, yeah, but he's giving the ball away for that goal. I mean,
why
what did Bonds do wrong to be dropped to the bench?
Well, again, Bonds has been one of our better players. If you watch him against Wolves, for example, you know how he changed the game. He scores very good goals. He's a decent player for Leicester, but I can't question Eddie Howe and why he's not playing him. There's obviously reasons behind it, but I know that he's a good player and he should really be starting. But again, I'm not the one who makes the calls. And just for me, we could have played until 12 o'clock tonight, midnight, and we still would have scored. Brighton, they've come up here and they've just defended really well. They've defended what they could. They had the odd counter attack, but they didn't offer a great deal, going forward. So for us, we're just toothless at the minute, and like I say, we're getting found out for what we really are. And what does Sula got to do to get games these days? Yes, people are saying he's not great, but in my opinion, he hasn't had a fair chance. He hasn't. People say he wasn't great against Wimbledon, but again, he needs more game time. And it goes back to the summer and windows gone by where we should really have invested a lot more in the squad. Is it taking its toll a little bit? Well, the results are speaking for themselves. They've come up here Brighton. They've kept a clean sheet and fair play to them. I mean, like I say, in the past we would have went down south and did that. Yep. And I've walked at that game thinking, we could have played all day. And
is Eddie Howe under pressure?
It's difficult to say right now. I don't want to say it because I want Eddie.
For me, he could well be. He
could be, but I want to give Eddie Howe a chance to keep trying to kick the lads on, because there has been games like this where you're thinking, it's going to turn out to be bad, but then they've turned it around, and maybe tactically he just needs to change it up. I think when you watch that game today, have we been tactically found out? Because we play this counter-attacking football, and the way Brighton have come up the day and done a job on a lot of teams will come up here and frustrate and I think that's lessons learned for the next game. And you look who we have next. It's Chelsea back to back, and then you've got Arsenal and Forest. And it's not getting any.
There's no way we are going to Chelsea and winning there if we kind of put the ball about the net.
Well, Chelsea at this moment in time are a good side. They've got a lot of squad depth, which we are lacking right now. And again, it's all about lessons. And I'm hoping that from this game today, that the lads, they analyse it, they look back at it, and the coaches, they look back and they just think, right, okay, this is where it went wrong. Can we change it against Chelsea? Because if we don't, as you said, we will get punished.
Absolutely, we will. Okay, Lawrence, Newcastle United 0, Brighton 1. We can't score goals at the minute.
That was just poor from us. I mean, what happened with Gordon and Isaac, and then again, you got to think, could he have started Harvey Barnes?
What did Barnes do wrong to be dropped to the bench?
Exactly. I mean, Murphy wasn't good enough against.
He's given the ball away for the goal.
Everton. Yeah, I mean, he's got to start Harvey Barnes. I mean, that's on Eddie. But then again, Isaac and Gordon as well. As I said, there's a much better than this.
Exactly. They should be taking those chances. I mean, Gordon, the one he just gave it to the keeper.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Murphy gives the ball away, and what was he doing for that?
Exactly, just...
Why are we still playing him?
Yeah, exactly, as I said, Barnes should be starting the game. I mean, but, just typical, the counter-attack, they haven't had much chances, but then they take that chance, and of course it's someone who was on loan at Sunderland, Danny Welbeck. But then again, in all seriousness, I do wish him well, because we did.
That looks like he's come off with a nasty injury.
Yeah, because obviously he was stretched off. But Welbeck has started the season quite well. That could be a big blow for Brighton, because he'll be out for a while if he's been stretched off. But all those chances we had, all that possession we had, just didn't do anything. But fair play to Brighton, they defended well. They did what you have to do coming away from home. Of course, we got frustrated with the time wasting. Yeah, fair enough. It's kind of what you do if you win 1-0 away from home. Especially if it's a game where, the opposition are favourites. But no doubt they'll get a different reaction to what we've got when we've gone to a place like Arsenal and done it.
Absolutely. Yeah, totally. I mean, Why did we take Bruno off as well? Again, another one I didn't understand. Again, another one on Eddie.
Yeah, exactly. But then again, he wasn't very good either. But then you say that Longstaff wasn't good enough.
I mean, that free kick, it's a shit free kick.
Exactly, we should know he's not very good at set pieces.
He's awful at set pieces.
Like, we brought Tenardi off, we could have potentially done with him.
Why he's been taking, I'm pretty sure, doesn't he take set pieces at times?
He does. Trip we could have done with, but he was injured. But then Tenardi, we could have done with him again. Thinking, why is he getting subbed off all the time?
Yeah, it's questionable. I mean, is Eddie Howe under pressure?
He could be. I mean, if we keep losing games, then yeah, he definitely could be under pressure because, he can't really hide behind Europe and the injuries. But last year, I love him, but he's got to sort things out, and also why is he waiting until like 88th minute, whatever it was, to bring on Asula? I mean, yes, it might not have been first choice, but you cannot get many strikers who are happy to be third choice. Asula would have been one of them. If what we had wasn't working, change it up and bring him on.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way we're going to Chelsea and winning if we kind of put the ball in the back of the net.
Hopefully this will have given us a kick up the backside to step up against Chelsea. I mean, I'm sure we'll step the game up. I mean, it would be such a Newcastle thing to go down there and win, but we do need to step up. I mean, in fairness, Chelsea are probably better away than at home, but I suppose I'd rather win the cup tie we got against them at St James's. But as I said, just be a typical Newcastle thing to go and win there. But we've got to play a lot better.
Totally. We need to start taking chances now.
Yeah.
I think.